Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you're having a good week so far. We've got an extra submission come through this week, and it's from one of my favorite people. I love it when I see this guy turn up in my inbox. Jacob, aka Moon Devoured, aka all the other bunch of names that he's got, and now aka Sunken is what his latest project name is. Now, he sent through a music video that he's put out, which is actually his first proper filmed music video. And I was just listened to 10 seconds of it, and I realized, yeah, it's the good stuff. It's the Downtempo Deathcore that I love to hear from these guys, with Alex Savini on the mix and everything else as well. But it was only one track long, and I said, man, is this going to be, have you got any more of this stuff? Because every time I listen to these guys, and they only ever send through one track, I love it, but I'm always left wanting more. You know, I want to hear more of this stuff because it's so heavy and down tempo, sounds so great that one track just isn't enough. And he said, yeah, actually I'm putting an EP out on Wednesday, which is today, and if you want to do the whole of that, you can do that. I said, I definitely want to do that. So we're looking at the whole EP today. We've got one proper music video for it, and then 3 lyric videos for the rest of the tracks, which is great, so we can go along with the lyrics as well. So I'm really pleased to be checking this out today. It says on here on his track though, for the uninformed, Sunken is Moon Devoured's replacement, slower, grimier, and arguably heavier. I can't wait to hear it. It says, despite being active across 9 music projects, and that's why he's got so many bloody aliases, over the course of 4 years, this is his first ever performative music video. It was both a challenging and fun endeavor, an entirely DIY budget. The result is far from perfect, but I hope you enjoy it. I really am looking forward to checking that out. I cannot wait. That's going to be the 3rd track though. So we're going to go through the EP as we should. Let's get it on the screen. First track is called Endogeny. Let's give it a spin. friggin' love this music. I think it sounds whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think it's absolutely dope as hell. Sounds amazing. It's got amazing power to it. And even though it's slow and there's big gaps between the riffs, it's still interesting because there's different bits at the end of each bar in those breakups and the breakdowns, so it's not just the same every time around. A drum fill or a squeal or something like that, just to fill that space and then make it different the next time around. So it's interesting, but just the power of this music is what gets me on board. I love it. You can just bounce along with it because the cymbals are in there, which kind of create more of a bounce to it, and they're nice and washy, which again fills out those big empty spaces with a really nice wash. But you can just bounce along with the cymbals, and then all these chunky riffs are just hitting you hard and coming at you. And then the vocal as well. And we know Jacob's vocal is ridiculous, but in this kind of music, it just is. It's the perfect combo, because again, he fills those empty spaces of the riffs with a even heavier sound than the guitars coming out of his throat, more distorted and grisly and crackly, and it's really well recorded, so you can hear the whole spectrum of his vocal. It's really well done, but it fills out the sound massively, and sits nicely as well. It doesn't clash with the really low guitars. It's kind of got its own range within the frequencies, so it's not clashing too hard. Even the lows are nice. It's not too clashy because the guitars are really, really low in this stuff. But yeah, amazing. I really think this music is solid as a rock. It sounds heavy as hell. It feels great to bounce to. The vocal and the music go absolutely great together. So yeah, amazing stuff. I really, really love this music. Let's look at the second one. This one's called Whelm. Short on this one, but again, just the same. The cool thing as well, I forgot to mention in the first track was just make sure that's not going to the next one. The atmospheric edge that this comes in the music as well, the wailing guitars, arpeggios, reverbed out and all of that to create a creepiness to this music as well. It's dark, it's nasty, it's aggressive and harsh, but it's not like angry. It's more dark and nasty, and that's what we always expect from Jacob, because that's the kind of guy he is. But he brings that across, and when you read the lyrics, it's definitely in there as well. But it's got a vibe to this music as well. Deathcore in general, I don't know, hasn't really got a vibe other than just being heavy, It's just like, yeah, let's just be heavy. This is let's be heavy, but let's also bring in an eeriness, a darkness, an evilness to it, and that all plays into a vibe as well within the music. Very nice. Right, this is a music video that we're going to look at. Cannot wait to check it out, because this is going to be his first proper music video. Voidmore is the track. Let's give it a spin. Love seeing him in the video. Hopefully going to be a thing going forward now that we see him more regularly in a video, because that's the kind of DIY video you can do yourself, no problem. Just go into some old warehouse, film yourself, put a bunch of cool effects over the top, and you got a cool little video going for this kind of stuff. Very, very nice. Much better than a lyric video to check out, because you can see the pain in his eyes and all of that stuff. It just brings more across, you know, when you can see the performance within the video, which is why we do music videos on this channel and not just kind of album sleeves and things like that, because I'm always, you know, I'm part of the MTV generation, but I've always thought music videos add so much more to the track, and some tracks without the music video aren't half as good, you know, because the music video just adds a kind of movie to the song as well, and adds meaning to the song. So when you can see the performance, and when you can see it's a great performance within a video, it's amazing. This is the last one. It's a nice long one though, again at 3 minutes. This track is called Riven. Let's finish off with this one. That was a quick one for me. 3 minutes, man. I got face ache on this side of the face from just pulling a stank face for this whole EP. I friggin' love this music. I am really, really on board with it. I've been on board with it for years, and I've always asked for more and more out of these guys whenever they send their single tracks through, and I'm so glad, and I hope this is going to be the way it goes from now on, that we get EPs to listen to, and I'm happily going to do that from these guys. I just absolutely love this music. Now, I was trying to think, is there anything more that you can add to this music? Because I really think it's in such a great, solid spot. I really, really like what they're doing with it. There's really nothing lacking. But if you wanted to go above and beyond what we're doing here, I think there's very few things that you could add. Possibly some synth, like some soft synthy sounds to add a bit more of a vibe to the atmospheric arpeggio end of things. So instead of using the guitars and effects on guitars, maybe try some eerie synthy sounds. I think there were some in there, but maybe more of that to pad out the high end with some, you know, kind of eerie creepiness. That's something you could possibly do. And then the only other thing I was thinking is, more tracks, because 4 tracks is a nice amount, but still not enough. I could have listened to another 3 more of them, and that would have been my fill nicely. And maybe if you do a longer album, just have a track in there that is more of a kind of interlude-y instrumental track that's all about the vibe and setting up the vibe of the album, this creepiness, this darkness, this kind of just evilness that's coming through the music. Maybe have some spoken word, which I know Jacob likes to do as well on those sections. But instead of having it about the chug and the heaviness of the vocals, give the listener a bit of an interlude, a bit of a breather, and have some equally eerie and darkness, but from synths and interlude type music, and with some spoken word and something like that, and then back into the heaviness. You know, I think that would just create a nice dynamic within this music so that it's not all pounding heavy. Because, you know, the heaviness on this is 11 out of 10. It's ratcheted up as hard as it'll go, and it is a bit of an assault on the ears. So a bit of a smoothness in there, just for a bit of a breather, I think would go down nicely on a longer form album. That would be really cool idea, and I hope to hear more EPs at least, but at least an album at some point from these guys, and more music videos, because I absolutely love the music video as well. That was super great. Man, I've really enjoyed this. When Jacob sent through this the other day, I was like, man, I want to check out the whole EP. And when he said I could, I've been looking forward to it. And he sent it through today, and I've just been buzzing to do it. I've really had a great time checking it out. 20 minutes, that will do nicely. So there you go. That's what I've got from me today. Hopefully you go and check out this guy, because his music is really dope. There's really very few people doing this. And unless they've hooked up with Alex Savini, they haven't got this sound, because he's got his own vibe and his sound with his mix as well. So if you want this sound, if you want if you want your mix to hit in this particular way, you do need to go to Alex. And what I found was interesting as well, if you're a Monday grinder checking this stuff out, the last track we had on Monday Grind, the Beaver Teeth track, was actually mixed by Alex as well, which was a full-on cyber grind track. So he's putting his hands with some really, really cool stuff. That's it from me today. Hopefully we see Jacob back again soon with some more cool stuff. See you around, guys. Bye.